You're watching Extras from the Extension on Eagle Community Television. This show is brought to you by Carico Implement.
Well, I read a quote on Facebook this morning that said that anyone that thinks that gardening starts in spring and ends in fall is missing the best part of the year, and that's actually January or wintertime, because that's when the dream starts. So this is the best time of year to sit in your house where you're nice and warm and look through all those gardening catalogs and those garden seed catalogs that are coming in the mail. I had some master gardeners tell me they're getting lots of them right now. If you like to look at those, this is the time of year to do it. If you're thinking about starting a garden this spring, we have some excellent resources to help you out. If you aren't familiar with gardening, don't be intimidated. Anyone can really do it. And we do have a really nice Kansas Garden Guide here at the Extension office that's for sale for $6 a copy, or we have it on our website, and I'll show you how to find that in just a second. You can get it there for free. But this is a really nice full color guide that goes through just about everything regarding gardening, including a section on planting a garden. So, like I said, wintertime, when you can't really get outdoors and do a whole lot in the yard, this is the time to start planting. There are some things to consider when planting a garden. One of those things is just where would you locate it? You want to make sure that a vegetable garden has plenty of sunlight. Usually when we talk about vegetable plants, they require full sun, which when we think about that is around 6 to 8 hours of actual full sunlight a day. So if you have an area in the backyard that gets that sort of light, that would be a perfect place to put some tomato plants or some cucumber plants or something that has some vegetables. If you have an area that has a little less light than that, you might have more difficulty growing some of those fruiting plants, but you might be able to grow spinach or lettuce or some of those other types of plants that maybe don't require quite as much sunlight. The other thing to think about, is just location of your water. You want to make sure that you have a water hydrant or are able to somehow get water to the garden. It's very difficult to keep a garden alive in this part of the state without having that supplemental irrigation throughout the summer. I wanted to mention our website. I said you can find this nice full color guide on our website for free, and our website is ls.ksu.edu. And when you get to our website, you'll see a whole bunch of information because we have information from all 4 agents and from all sorts of topics on there. But if you scroll down, you will see where it says Lawn and Garden. And those are the pages that have my information or the information that I deal with on. And this has undergone somewhat of a change in the last year. So some of these things, if you've been on our website before, might look just slightly different. But if you scroll down a little further, you'll see that we have different tabs underneath that Lawn and Garden tab. And one of those includes Plant Care and Growing Tips. If you click on Plant Care and Growing Tips, you'll find publications for all sorts of things, but we're going to focus on vegetables today. And you go to the vegetable publications and scroll on down, and this is called the Kansas Garden Guide, which is listed right here. And so like I said, you can find this guide online for free, or if you like to have a hard copy to hold in your hands and read like I do, then we do have those available at our office for sale. So that's there on the website. The other thing I wanted to show you was some links to some helpful videos about gardening that K-State Research and Extension has put out there. Let's go back here a little bit. If you go over on the right-hand side of the Plant Care and Growing Tips, there's a link to horticulture how-to videos, and you can click on that. If you like to watch short, 2-minute, maybe 5-minute max videos on various topics, they're all categorized by either season or by subject. This time of year, a lot of people are thinking about starting some seeds indoors. There's a really nice video about building a light stand at home, and I just have a link to that right here. But there is the video right there, and you can click on it and just go ahead and play it. So I'm not going to play the whole video here, but just wanted to show you that there is this nice little video about how to grow or how to plant, excuse me, how to build your own light stand. And I do actually have a instructional sheet or directions on how to build these. It's just simple PVC pipe and a shop light and some chain, and you can make your own light stand for indoors to start your seeds at home. So if you're interested in that, you can email us and request that, or like I said, you can watch this video and get step-by-step tips on how to do that. A couple last things I wanted to mention is that sometimes I get the question about old garden seed. You know, we buy these packages of seed for our gardens and we have some left over a lot of times, and then we end up buying more the next year or forgetting that we had some seed already in our storage. So we're wondering maybe now, is it viable or not? There is a test you can do this time of year, and that's just to go ahead and take some of that seed, place them on a paper towel, and make the paper towels damp before you place the seeds on. Do about 10 seeds if you have that many. And then when you have a damp paper towel, you can go ahead and just kind of fold this up or roll this up, place it in a plastic baggie, poke a couple of holes in that plastic baggie to allow oxygen exchange, but not to allow it to dry out too much. And then you want to go ahead and place that on top of a refrigerator or another warm location. After a week, you want to go ahead and take that out and see if any of those seeds have germinated. Take those out, count them, take them out, put them back into the baggie again for one more week. Over those 2 weeks' time, you want to add up how many seeds have germinated, and then you can determine approximately your percent viability. So you know if you have only one seed germinating in those 2 weeks, that's not a very good chance that you'll have good germination in your garden come springtime. So you might want to discard that seed and get new. But if you have, 8 of the 10 sprouting in that time, that's pretty good viability. So those seed would probably be worth keeping and holding on to for your spring garden. If you have questions about getting started or what tools you might need to start a garden in the springtime, please contact our office for more information. The last thing I wanted to mention is an upcoming event we have on January 29th here in Hayes. It's actually a regional event. We are the farthest west for this event, which is taking place in 3 locations across the state, and it's a regional farmers market conference. This is being put on in conjunction with Kansas Department of Ag and K-State Research and Extension. Like I said, this will be held on Friday, January 29th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Ag Research Center in Hayes. And if you're interested in attending, the early bird registration is requested by January 19th, but there is a late registration after that that you can also register with. And the cost is $20 a person. You do get lunch with that. And we will be covering such topics as social media and farmers market advertising, food safety, capitalizing on some of that land of Kansas resources, KDA resources, tax issues, all of those things that may be potential or current farmers market vendors should be aware of. So if you're interested in that, you want to go to fromthelandofkansas.com/FM conference to fill out a registration form, or you can find more information at our website as well. If you have any other questions, give us a call at the Extension office. With that, I'm Holly Dickman, Ellis County Horticulture Extension Agent.
You're watching Extras from the Extension on Eagle Community Television. This show is brought to you by Carico Implement.
Fall is here, and it's a great time to come out and visit Carico Implement in Hayes for all of your fall lawn care needs. We stock and sell a full line of John Deere riding lawn equipment, along with Honda walk-behind mowers and generators. We also offer a full lineup of Steel outdoor power products. If your project requires even more muscle, come check out the lineup of John Deere compacts, tractors, and skid loaders. And don't forget, we have the parts and services to keep you up and running for whatever your fall lawn care needs are. So come and visit Carico Implement for a solution that fits.